So after a year since we last saw each other, most of us in Porto, I'm very happy to welcome you now in Corfu and to officially open the 2026 conference on computing in construction, our EC3 conference. And I would like to do, of course, that on behalf of the EC3 Council, the EC3 board members, and of course my co-organizers, Ranjit, our program chair, and Jennifer Lee, our dissemination chair. And you'll also see them again in a bit. So first and foremost, I would like to welcome you to this very beautiful venue. I hope that you've already been around for a couple of days. Also the welcome reception yesterday, and you've managed to appreciate the surroundings that we're in, because I think when you look around, it's really a place to appreciate with its natural qualities. And I must say that historically speaking, if you think of this venue, we are not the only ones that have appreciated it in one way or another. If you've been at the opening reception or strolled around, you have probably seen this view. You can see this view from one of the terraces. So this is the Mouse Island that you can see, and the little monastery that you can see over there. And in the 1980s, they simply filmed James Bond in this location, and you can see. I will not play this now, but you can see Bond arriving in that boat with his lady. So of course, we are very happy to have a little bit of action as well here over the next 3 days. Maybe keep it a bit on the low, not so much James Bond style. Maybe at the gala dinner you could do that, but let's see how that one goes. And of course, we started already. These are some images from the opening reception yesterday, and I really hope you managed to settle in, enjoy the evening, and reunite with colleagues that you maybe haven't seen for a year or more, and just shared some good moments. A lot of great conversations happened yesterday, a lot of kind of good atmosphere and so on. And of course, one of the very important, probably most important thing that happens besides the socializing part is the poster session. That was a part of our opening reception, and the poster avenue that we had just alongside the swimming pool. Thankfully, we managed to avoid any accidents, so nobody ended up in there. All right, so this is my official welcome to all of you, and to then proceed with, I would like to invite the chair of the EC3 board, Professor James O'Donnell, to also give a word on behalf of the EC3 board.
Thank you, Katerina. We're all here today. Thank you because of the considerable efforts of Katerina, Ranjit, and Jenny. So thank you very much. The board, on the other hand, looks at more medium to long-term planning and to do so in a strategic manner. So we're looking ahead at 2027, 2028, and beyond. The board is a group of people who operate in rotation. So you need to be elected to the board, and in this case, we have two different types. So Peter Powell's here in the bottom left, he's our treasurer. He's taken on a 10-year role, and it's absolutely the heartbeat of our organization. So thank you, Peter, for your considerable efforts over time. On the other hand, myself, Theo, and Dimos, and Demetrius here, we have engaged in a rotation of 8 years. So we all undertake a entry point, which is the secretary of EC3. We move up to vice chair, chair, past chair, and then rotate out. So every 2 years, we are looking for a new secretary, and we will be opening up the call for secretary over the autumn period. So just the role in terms of EC3, in terms of governance, I mentioned we also oversee the website, our committees, and any initiatives like conferences and summer schools. And I don't need to say any more. It's great to see you all here today. Meet people, talk to people. It's not just the AI, it's the humans running the AI, and have a fantastic conference. Thank you.
So I'm also fortunate enough, because you should see the view from here. You all look really, really good. And I would like to tell you a little bit about yourself, all of you. We have 274 people that registered for our conference this year. Unfortunately, we always have some issues about 10-ish or a bit less of them are not going to be able to attend because of different busy issues and things like that, which is unfortunate. The same time, we have 38 countries represented. So all of these 274 of you come from 38 countries across the world. We are also very happy and strive to support people to be able to join us every year at these events. And of course, we're very well aware that it's not easy to travel, especially to such destinations for everyone. So this year we have also given 13 travel and attendance supplements. Unlike previous years where this was open only to students, this year was open to anyone to apply. And we have criteria related to academic excellence, proof of need, and also contribution to the EC3 community as such. And you can also see that the 13 supplements that we granted are also quite diverse in terms of geographical location of those traveling to join us. So where do we all come from? Let me show you a little bit how this looks. This is the distribution geographically of all of these countries. And now we're all scientists in here. Let's not go too deep into analysis, but there are a couple of interesting observations. And I think one thing that I would like to say is that you can see that our European conference here is simply a bridge for all these countries represented. So it's kind of in the middle up there, but our European conference is really a global one with all of you coming from all of these 38 countries. And somebody will say, yeah, but this is just by affiliation, right? And yes, you're right. This is really just by affiliation. I would like to be able to tell you in depth about every single one of you. That's a bit difficult, but we have a representative sample to go beyond the affiliations. So if you look at the team of organizers, student assistants, and the board, it gets even more interesting because we have Bulgaria, India, United Kingdom, Italy, Netherlands, Yemen, Bosnia, China, Honduras, Ireland, Greece, Belgium, and Serbia represented. And a very interesting part of that image is that I believe Krista is the only person that actually represents a university from their own country and nationality. And then, of course, if we add ourselves to all of that, this is the distribution then of us organizers by nationality. With that, it is now time to tell you a little bit about what you signed up for over the next 3 days. And I would like to invite Ranjit to tell you a little bit about the program.
Thank you, Ekaterina. So let's see what will unfold over the next 3 days and what you can listen from. So most of you who have submitted a paper already know that we are working over 7 tracks, starting with artificial intelligence in our industry, then going into topics like industrialization, digital twins, trustworthy automation, sustainability and climate action, importantly, human data interaction, and also into how we look at education and standards. We had 257 papers submitted this year, and if you look at the numbers, this is almost close to the number that we had when we co-located with CIBW78 last year. And because we also know that this is a very tight program, we had to make some hard decisions, which we do not like, but because we have to fit it into 3 days and the number of rooms that we have, we had to do a couple of rejections. So in the end, 174 papers would be published in the conference proceeding, and little over 167 papers would be presented at the conference. Other papers, as Ekaterina told, the authors couldn't make it. So this brings us to somewhere around a rejection rate of 27%. Posters, on the other hand, we had to do a little bit more cutthroat decision. So we had 21 posters submitted, of which we accepted 13 posters, but also some of the papers which were kind of almost there, but not up to the mark, were also taken into the poster session. So you would have seen around 18 posters yesterday. Now, how does it all unfold? We have now 25 technical sessions over the next 3 days, and it's all in the program. It's online, but we could also scan this QR code if you want to go into the session details. As you might already know, that we are trying to be a paperless conference, so we will have an app, which I will show the link to later, which has the latest updated program. So there is a Conference for Me app to which all the program has been downloaded already. So you could go into the app, download it, search for European Conference on Computing in Construction, and you will get the live program. And I already said that we had to make some difficult decisions, but I couldn't have done it without the team that we had, so the program committee. So for each track, we had 2 track chairs who were helping us understand the content of the paper, kind of managing the reviewing process with me, and then making decisions which came as a collective decision. So if you have the track chairs in the room, could you please stand up? So Sharon, so the applause goes to them. So we have a few missing structures, but most of us are here. But it's not also just the structures. We also had 154 reviewers actively contributing to these review decisions. How did the paper publication goes? So in the review process, all the papers were sent to a couple of reviewers. They kind of made the decisions. The track chairs managed the process in a way that looking at the balance of the reviews, then the papers were ranked. Then the track chairs also had visibility to the best paper recommendations. Then they did a best paper recommendations from each tracks to us. Then we, as a conference committee, collectively went through each and one of those papers to kind of look at the best paper. And all the accepted papers, again, would be published with ISBN numbered conference proceedings. It would be assigned a DOI. So just in 2 or 3 weeks, you would be able to cite your own papers in the conference with the DOI. So DOI will already be public once we upload it into our website. It will be indexed in Scopus. It might take 1 month or 2 for that to happen, following the Scopus processes. Although selected best papers would be invited to expand their contribution. So one possible avenue that we are looking at is automation in construction. We also have a commitment from construction robotics to do a special issue around industrialization. So that's all about how we did the program into the kind of 25 sessions that I talked about. But we're not just here for paper presentations, are we? So we are also having many more events. So starting with what you would see tomorrow morning. So we would have a fishbowl session. Can I ask who among you already has been in a fishbowl session or knows something about it? I see a few hands. So I would take this opportunity to explain a little bit more about what a fishbowl session is. It's a participatory group discussion, so it is not a panel discussion. Everyone is a panel in a fishbowl, but in a structured format. So we will have some questions which are a bit provoking. And then there would be first a set of people in the inner circle. We are trying to look at the logistics. So it's a bit difficult to have a circular in this room. So we will turn the chairs in the first couple of rows, which in turn becomes the inner circle. And they would start discussing around the topic. But if any of the audience want to add some points, at some point, there would be a switch between the audience and the inner circle. So the outer circle becomes the inner circle. So we will discuss some thought-provoking questions in our sector, especially around computing tomorrow, and everyone is a participant. And every view counts. We'll get to listen to more about the rules and stuff tomorrow. So that's the fishbowl session. EC3 has always been very vocal about training the next generation of people, but also increasing the quality of computing in construction, research, and education. So we take it as a responsibility on ourselves to provide a platform for that at the EC3 conference. So we have tomorrow in this very room, in the second and third session after the fishbowl, an academic writing workshop for early career researchers, which is organized by Professor Miroslav Skibineski. And the first part of the workshop, you would get input from Professor Skibineski about how to write an effective paper. And in the afternoon, if you have some paper drafts, which you have been thinking about, okay, I need a bit more of feedback on it. I don't know how to do something about it. There is a research paper clinic in which you can present that, get input from Professor Skibneski and all the other participants. Now, it doesn't end there. We also have a set of workshops which happen on Wednesday. So we have workshop from our partners from Bentley Systems and Autodesk Research. We have workshops from our research colleagues. So you would get more information in the program, in the app, or online. So we have around 6 workshops that's planned on Wednesday. So please attend these workshops. You will get to see interesting stuff. And there are more events, obviously. So there was a poster session yesterday. Later today, we would have the technical committee meetings. Our technical committee chairs would share more about it. We also have the thesis in 3 competitions, which happens at the last session tomorrow in this room and in the room behind me, Kirkira. And we will select one participant each from the room as finalists who would present at the closing plenary, and we would announce the awards in the gala dinner. With that, I think I've talked most about the program. I would now invite our technical committee chairs to give a pitch about their committee and talk about what they're doing in the committee. First, let me invite Dr. Diego Calvecchi, the chair of Human Data Interaction Committee.
Hello. Yes. Who is here research about computing construction? You are research as well about HDI because human data is everywhere, no? And that is our goal in our committee is discuss about human data interaction. And I think we have a lot of challenges, but we are keeping the momentum, and that is based on that people that we have here Mohammed Qassam, Professor Mohammed Qassam that starts that committee, and we rotate as well as we got Anna Hoxin and Jenny in our past chair as well. I'm the chair now. We have Mahir that will also lead the workshop I will show to you after. That is, we have also Dragana here, Dimus, Ranjish, and everyone. Sorry that I come from Chile. I still with some jet lag. But I was saying that HDI is our route. Okay, we have a track chair here. We will present a lot of papers on that. And sorry for that. What's happened? I should control my human feelings. Sorry for that. We will have today a quarter past 4. Our meeting, but we will deliver it as a workshop, and it will take place here in this salon. You are welcome to join us. We will try to interact with you about human data, about the principles of human data interaction. As I told you, all around the research here, we have the human data factor, okay? I will not highlight a special track. We have a lot of papers that are connected with human data, okay? And we are open to discuss the fishbowl as well, topics around our domain. Just to take away, talk with us, connect with us, to be part of that community. We have a brilliant research here. talk with people, ask what is HDI about. It's about humans, but it's about how we deal with data, how we represent data. And I'm eager to say to you, to enable your research in computing construction, you will need us. Talk with us, join us, see you in the afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. As I said, education is a big part of EC3. So we have a committee on education. I invite Dr. Karen Blay, who's the chair of the education committee.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Hi, everyone. So my name is Karen Blay, chairing the Education Committee, just providing an overview of what we do. And I'd like to encourage you to attend our session this afternoon so that we can continue the conversation and get to know more about what's happening within the space and also learn from yourselves. So as the Education Committee, we are responsible for the research and innovation of EC3 matters relevant to education. So anything education related, we are the people to talk to. So currently, we are reviewing education programs related to computing and construction across Europe. And then we're doing that so that we can evaluate these educational programs, see what's useful, what we need to be doing differently, how we can lead the game rather than trying to catch up, and then also recommend any activities and what we need to be doing, and also feed into the EC3, the summer school that we have every other year as well. And then if there's anything that we're missing as a community, then we can propose that to develop new ways of thinking. As a committee, we currently have a 9-member committee. So I chair, and then I have my co-chair, Dr. Pablo Martinez Rodriguez. And then we do have fantastic committee members who have been leading most of the work and supporting what we've been doing this year. So in terms of the activities, when it comes to reviewing what we are doing, Pablo led this work in terms of seeing what programs we offer across universities and within Europe, see where the gaps are, and then looking at where we think we need to be heading to. So there's a paper on this, which will be presented on Wednesday during the education computing education track. So I'd like to encourage you to come and attend and listen. So the paper is on microanalysis of computing and construction education. So if you're wondering where to go on Wednesday, we'd like to welcome you to come and listen to it. And whilst we're doing this, so this work basically focused on our university level, but realize that when it comes to education, it's not just about university focus. We also need to get software providers who also run some certification programs, also get academia within the room, and then get students, get other certification bodies who are not necessarily universities. So we're organizing a webinar in September to get all these people within the same space to have a conversation, to see where the gaps are, what's missing, and what we need to be doing differently. So we will be sharing this on the sort of EC3 platforms, but you can also scan the QR code if you're interested or you want to forward it to any of your colleagues to attend. It would be good to have you to listen and learn from you. We this afternoon, we also have during the technical committee, the education committee will be talking about AI in education. So we'll also welcome you to come and join the conversation. And if you also want to be a member of the committee, we will welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. And if you look at computing in construction, data sensing and analysis is a critical part. And we have a committee for that as well. So to talk more about the committee, I invite the vice chair, Dr. Sylvia Meschini, to the podium.
Thank you and good morning and welcome everyone. I am the vice chair. Today I talk on behalf of the chair, which is the professor Lavinia Chiara Tagliabue. She couldn't attend this year as she has another conference. We are a committee with quite a lot of members. You can see all the members through the QR code. So I am the vice chair since last month. Lavinia is the chair. Then we have a lot of researchers and practitioners, which deals at the intersection of sensing technologies, sustainability, and policy makers. The main focus currently is the updating of the white paper. The first white paper of the committee was in 2022, and since then the landscape changed significantly with new technologies, AI, digital twins, and new policies. So we are updating it, and we organized the updating into four streams: technological advancements, evolving standards and interoperability, climate and resilience focus, policy and education. Currently, we have two streams with two contributions at this conference this year. One is under development, the technological advancements, and one is looking for contributors. So finally, I warmly want to invite you to join our meeting this afternoon and to join the activities of the committee if you deal with AI, digital twins, sensing technologies, and sustainability. We are looking for people who want to help us with the updating of the white paper, but also to define the future of the committee, the future activities with new activities such as webinar, workshop, and also we'd like to join and to present some research projects together. So thank you for the attention and see you this afternoon. If you can't join the meeting today, you can write to the board of EC3 or to us. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you very much. Sylvie already gave a peek of what's coming next. So modeling and standards is very important for a community like ours, and we are also working on it. So I invite Dr. Argaman Akbari, the chair of Modeling and Standards Committee.
Hello, everyone, and also welcome from my side. I'm pleased to introduce Modeling and Standards Committee. Our purpose is to promote research and innovation on all matters relevant to modeling and standards. And we are a team of 19 people from 10 different universities across Europe. I invite our members that are aspirating amongst you to stand up so that you can see them, please. Yeah, I see some shy people here and there. So together we have 4 projects. One of them is BIM Standards Landscape Explorer, and the aim was to untangle the ever-evolving landscape of BIM standards, that we have a dashboard that you can visit. One of our current projects is BIM Built Environment Ontology Lookup Service. Right now we have 140 ontologies relevant to built environment, which we have mapped, we have analyzed them, we have provided new frameworks for them. And if you have some ontologies in this conference, please do not hesitate to share it with us so that we can put it on the website and promote its reuse. One of our current projects is about mapping circular economy standards for built environment. It proved to be much more challenging than we had thought. And this is one of our very interesting projects that we will discuss later in the afternoon. And the last project that we have, and we would like to invite new members who are interested in BIM and GIS standards to join us, is our recent effort to also look at GIS standards and how they are relevant to different aspects of BIM standards. With that, I invite you to our committee workshop today at Kekria Ballroom. Again, the focus will be going over all of our projects, but we will specifically talk about Built Environment Ontology Lookup Service, the progress that we had since it was introduced, the roadmap that we have for the future development, and also we would like to get some community feedback on the current state. For the circular economy standards, we would like to pose some challenging questions about how they are relevant to BIM and so on. With that, I would say thank you and see you around.
Thank you to Argavan and all the committee chairs who has talked us about the activities. Now we go to one of the important announcements in this plenary